Alright. Run it back. Come on, we got this. I learned from my mistakes, I hope. I learned from my editing that I was doing some weird ass shit. Especially in like the attack phase. I had my head a bit up my ass. I'm gonna move my camera around a little bit because the position was not so pristine because you were not actually able to read any of the cards that I was using. Hi, hello, and welcome, by the way. Hi, hello, and welcome. Maybe top left is actually great. Hi, hello, and welcome to another Onkruid video. Hi, hello, and welcome to Drop Dutchie. Let's head back into it. Let's get back into the groove of things. My controls switched back to Azerty for some reason. There we go. That is better. We can do this, and then we can fit in this L block nicely. It's quite confusing that they call it an L block because all I'm gonna do is this video is take massive W's, which I will do by placing my farm here. Considering the idea that we want to fill up this farm to the brim, I think this is our best approach. Fill it up in its range to turn all possible plains into fields. I don't have a forest yet, so I want to save this block, but if I save it, I will miss out on some explorations. Let's just put it here for now, I guess, and this one will fit nicely. Do we want? I think we want that double exploration. It's not the biggest bonus. I think I want to pay more attention to that this video as well, that we get as much exploration bonus as possible, which I guess entails, I would say, like, not putting this here now, but doing this first, changing this piece up like that, and now we can do it, I guess, because that's a double exploration. Yes, sir. And I think we've given up on using our wood cutter. All that we have is out of range, so we're not going to focus on the wood cutter right now. Yeah, I'm not opposed to this, but that will make it harder to drop this piece. My cats are going crazy again. No, let's just drop it, because we can double explore with our reserved tile right here and add some plains and fields into the mix as well. Okay, so the plains get triggered, then turn into fields, then trigger this building again. Some interesting intel for us to take into account later. We're almost out of pieces. I want to get as many explorations in there as possible still. I'm cooking, but the stove is yet again not really turned on. Right here, right there, and then we have two more pieces. But none of them really fit together beautifully, so I think the best we can do is just drop this here, get our reserved piece out over here, and then finally we can explore one more line with our reserved piece again. I am full of shit. I think that's it then. Okay, I don't know if that was the best play. It's a peaceful zone, so I don't think it really matters that much, but hey, when exploring a terrain square, you have a chance to get double resources, recruit access for each adjacent plain or field. Let's go for a plain/field build this time around. We've already tried. My microphone is too loud again, right? I noticed the last time I was recording this game that my microphone was just clipping constantly, so hopefully this will be a bit better. Let's go for a little plain build right now. Let's head into the guild and see what we can add. Let's go for production. Recruit 1 and out for each connected forest piece. That's not what we're doing. For each aligned building, we can do that. Collect 5 for each terrain square in its row. Rows, horizontal. It's too big, and I think the tax office being just 1, it's gonna fit better. We don't want a peaceful region, because if we get a peaceful region, our boss will be stronger in the end. But the peaceful region has many plains, so it would be some nice terrain gathering. Let's go for the 50-50 and hope that our plains terrains fit in nicely. I will spend all this grain to unlock the extra buildings, and I will just head into the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 1, 2, 3 maybe. Okay, so this really needs to fit in to a little bucket of plains that we have already created. I don't mind this at all. I'm going to use my forest just to clear out the enemy's encampments. Well, if I do it now, this will benefit from it, and I don't want that, so I think I'll pop it here. Just to make sure that they are not gathering anything. Let's go for tax office into farm. But where? Aligned building. Okay. Take that into account. Every aligned building. We could go here and then try to get our farm at this height as well. Am I cooking, or is the stove turned off? Or we could just go here and see if we can make anything for it. Aligned building. Allied building or enemy building as well? I want to try that on for size. Does it give me... It gives me something for enemy buildings as well. That's just an interesting intel confirmation. Not necessarily the best play or anything, but hey, at least we know now. Recruit 3 for each plane. +5 if adjacent to at least. Well, +5. So that's not collected. So we can plop it in already. right? We can definitely plop it in already. I don't think our gold matters that much. I think we want our defense to be fine. So let's pop it here already. That's 3 adjacent tiles, so we need to get a couple more in there for sure. I want to transform my wood. This fits in beautifully here, I think. Right? Yeah. And then I would love to get my farm up there somewhere. Am I fine with this? I think I am fine with this. We are gonna miss out on some explorations probably. I might want to do this if I'm not mistaken. Or if I'm honest with myself. Or do I want to wait for a long piece that might not come? Well, the farm is definitely going here. That's something we can be sure about. So I can plop that down already. 10 more gold. And this is a watchtower for each plane in range. I don't want that. I want it to be up here because it's out of range of the planes and... Oops. And additionally... It's going to give me 10 more gold because of the alignment. We're stacking up. Don't really want this piece right now unless I just want to start ruining my life up there at that part of the map. I think I would rather... Well, I'm just going to do this, I think. Is that enough then? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's definitely enough for the extra access. So I think we can just do this. It's a double exploration. We miss out on 2 squares here at the bottom, but I think that's going to be fine. And I think that worked out. What really helped me in regaining some confidence, regaining some trust in my own capacities to play games, is the fact that we don't want this to be adjacent to planes, so I think this is like the perfect position, because again, 10 gold. Is the fact that almost all of the videos I saw of this game, oh, this is such a great location. All of the videos I saw of this game, everybody was losing. Everybody was losing left, right, and center, so I guess it is difficult. Maybe I definitely could have played better. Everybody knows that. We all saw that, but it's not a walk in the park, even if you are a skilled gamer, it seems. I'm loving the way this fight's going, though. I think we're really playing this well. And I think I will go here to gain an additional double exploration. We could make it into a triple if we play our cards right. No, we can't, because we're not going to be able to slit this forest in this square. So do we just roll with the punches, take our losses, and go for a double? I think we do. And I think we just don't want to add any planes onto their buildings, and that's everything that we'll be focusing on right now. Can we get a double exploration? No, it's always going to be single, right? Whatever we do. Yes, it's always going to be single, whatever we do. So we can just do this and this. Okay, combat phase. I need to pay attention. I need to think longer than 0 seconds, because the detail I missed is I thought, okay, if I do this, everything will transform into archers because I'm going to the archer field, but that only happens if there would be 20 of both. What is happening instead is the largest group is what remains, so this would all turn into axes. Axes are great against melee. We don't want that. Archers are great against axes. So what we can do is transform these 7 into archers. Let's start there. Okay, and you need to draw 1 line. That's something I was wondering as well. So you need to draw 1 line. If we do this, normally, if I'm not mistaken, they should turn into axes, meaning that my archers will be super effective against them. My archers will then weaken further. So if I would transform them over here into axes, that would not be the best approach, because their arrows would be super effective against my axes. Does this make sense, or does it make more sense to start from my end and just clear out both of their arrows and just keep our archers out of the loop? Does this make more sense? Am I crazy? Do I need to use every troop at my disposal? I think I do, because I don't think I can just stop the line. I need to draw 1 straight line. Think with me for a second. Is this the most logical approach? Axes, this makes no sense at all, or does it? Archers are super effective against axes, so I'm dooming myself right now by doing this. Why am I so cooked? Why is my brain not braining? Archers are super effective against axes, so this is a great move. But then I get lost in the sauce, because if I then transform my troops into axes and I battle with them, is that going to be super effective as well, or is that not going to matter? Is it only when one attacks the other? But I presume it will not be. So I think doing this is actually our best approach, and I will just send it, because that's super effective, so we're not going to lose a lot of troops. This is going to be okay, and then this is going to cancel each other out as well. So we just win like this, with 25 gold. Let me know in the comments if you think I could have done that combat better, because I'm not sure. This game, the combat is for some reason really, really tricking me. I think I will go for another farm. I'm glad we were able to clear that out a bit at least. Is it just me or is this map a lot longer than the previous one was? Food depot. Do we want to give up 20 shields for more grain? I don't think we do because our build is focused on getting grain as well. So we don't need to focus on grain so much, I think, in the buildings in between. And here we can trade resources. That's a lot of gold. That's a hell of a lot of gold. Exchange a random level 1 card from your deck for another random card. Do we want to get rid of the wood clearer? I don't think we do because I think we want to transform our forest into plains. So I think maybe let's just give away some grain and do we then want gold or do we want wood? I would love to see the map a bit further, but I can't. I might go for wood because wood allows me to upgrade my grain buildings. And let's go for some gold to keep everything a bit balanced maybe. Just give me the 100. I don't want to give up my defense. I should have paid more attention to what we're doing here, but this is actually the perfect region for me to go into. Way better than both of those, especially considering there is 40 garrison in here, so we're gonna have to be careful. But this is 75% plain, so let's hope that this works out. Should have upgraded my buildings first. Can we do it here? I think we can do it here, to be honest. I do think we want to upgrade our rally point because this is our main combat building, but let me look around for a second. I don't want to focus too much on production. I think upgrading the rally point is a no-brainer. And we can't upgrade the game because we don't have enough grain. Now we can upgrade our other farm to make it level 2 as well. Or do we want to save our wood to upgrade these further? Let's save our wood and see how this goes. We don't have enough to unlock another tile now. Do we want a second farm in place of something? We have quite some gold, so maybe focusing on grain this run is a bit better. I think I am going to keep my watchtower in here. Get rid of the tax office. Keep my watchtower in here because we're going to need to combat because they have a lot of combat buildings and I just hope for the best. It was a nice and chill Sunday today. Spent it together with my buddy Robin, who I met in my therapist education, and we always have a blast together on Sundays when he comes along. I think I want their watchtower to be in the middle of the mix of this forest, but I want my wood clearer to clear out some forest as well maybe. What we can do is this, put their watchtower all the way up here so that they are not in range of plains. This is nice. And then put our wood clear, this is our watchtower. I'm gonna use my wood clearer first, right over here. Some nice additional plains for us. This relies on forest as well, right? On plains, so I think we want that up here too. Just get rid of these buildings, get them out of my face already. And now I think I want my watchtower over here. My farm over here. And then I want to start filling up this gap with some nice plains for the exploration. And I think I want my level 2 farm over here. So this seems a-okay to me. And then putting this right here is a-okay as well. It actually fits in quite perfectly. Even transform it into some more plains. And I want my second farm here, did I say, or here? Does it matter? I think it does. Because this transforms one more into fields. I think that is a pristine placement. Oh, this butters my egg roll. There's no better feeling than getting those Tetris rows completed, man. Have you guys ever played Tetris Effect? It's kind of the most recent iteration, I think, of a Tetris game. And it looks beautiful. It's actually a stunning game, and the soundtrack is bussin'. It's absolutely bussin', that soundtrack. I've listened to We're All Connected, I think their title song or their main song, multiple times just without playing the game. I've never played the title myself, but I always find it looking so intriguing and interesting and such a beautiful entry into the Tetris world. I think I am fine with this maybe? Yeah. Because this then fits in nicely here. And this rally point, it needs to be surrounded by plains. Can we still make that happen? I think I'm okay with doing this. It might seem weird, but now we can do this. And what we can do now is, I think, use our TPs over here. Still out of range of their buildings, but surrounding our rally point with enough plains to hopefully trigger its effect. Is that enough? 10 extra, thank you so much. And then we can either go for a bit more access or double exploration for extra resources. We have 34 plus 21 garrisoned right now. That is 55. They don't have 55. They have 30. I think that shows me that this is going to be okay, because that double exploration is going to give us quite a lot of extra resources. I'll go for it. Nice. Okay. Let's fight indeed. We have axes and arrows again. This is happening. And then I think it's just this again, right? If I'm not mistaken. Although they will then be super effective, but I don't know if I can do anything about that. If I would use all my axes on here, they would live in Texas, but additionally, everything would transform into axes. And that's not what we want, I think. So this way we are using one super effectiveness on our end. And then we're gonna go into stalemates, but all of our archers are gonna die over here, and then they are gonna have quite a super effective troop against our X's. What we could do is turn one of their archers into X's, come over here, so we are super effective against them. They are gonna win this fight, but we are gonna thin them out more this way because of our super effectiveness. Why is this so goddamn difficult for me? What the fuck is going on? I'm having a stroke. It can never work the other way around, right? Because if it would just work the other way around, then this couldn't exist, because then it would be X's are super effective against melee. So I think we are still not cooking in the slightest. I think we need to focus on having the right offense, and having defense is not gonna matter. So we want to use our archers against their X's. I think that really is the only thing that we want to do. It's not the only thing we want to do, because if we now go into their encampments first and we attack, we are actually cutting a major loss into us. If we do it like this, we are gonna lose a lot less, because the attack is not gonna... The attack matters, the sequencing matters. I think I have cracked the code, and I think I was making it more difficult because I was thinking in two ways, when in reality it's way more linear, it's way more one-sided. Give it to me straight. Am I cooking or am I not cooking? My webcam's cooking, the autofocus is always doing its job as swimmingly. Yeah, just keep on blurring me out, that's cool, that's perfect. When I want to give this epic speech about having figured out how the game works, run it through with me one more time. Only the attack order matters, what we attack. We never want to let the enemies attack first, because they will then get super effectiveness, and we just don't want it to happen. The only thing we need to take into account is that our archers attack their X's first, because we don't have the required sword melee class to be super effective against their archers. So this is the only thing that needs to happen. Then the only thing that needs to happen is we just don't want their super effective archers to attack against our X's. Super effective. Easy victory. This effectiveness is a-okay, so it's not an easy victory, but it is a definite victory. And it's another definite victory. Am I making sense? Is any of this still making sense to you? Why are we here? Why were we born? What is the meaning of life? You can give me another watchtower. I might just sell it because I don't want to overburden my deck. Okay, so this area is a-okay. We don't need to worry about it. Well, it's a peaceful region, but we can't reach the hostile region, so I guess we just cooked ourselves and we can't really do anything about that. Do we want any further upgrades? Let's just look at it after the peaceful region. We should not look at it after the peaceful region, because maybe we can gather more resources in this peaceful region if we actually upgrade correctly. But I think I want to upgrade my rally point to level 3 to win the battle. There's a big critique point I have of the game right now, is that there is no way, I think, to go back to the map in this screen. There is not. That's like one of the only things that really doesn't make sense to me. I think this makes sense, upgrading the rally point already. We can even get more gold in this peaceful session, and I'll upgrade this farm as well. I think I'm okay with this, and I think I'm selling the second watchtower. Although we need some more military prowess, right? Let's try and gather a lot of grain this time. Do we want to change it to the tax office or the watchtower? Tax office might be nice, but watchtower also gives us more gold. It's never going to give us more gold than the tax office, I think. So watchtower, get out of here for a second. Tax office, get in here. Let's try it on for size. 50-50 forest plains. Try and make the best of it, right? I always have this tendency to start in the corners. I don't know why. This farm has range 2. This farm has range 2 as well. Just plop it down here. Nice. And then let's save up this farm for a little later down the run. And then we will keep stacking up our forests nicely in the left corner. I don't hate this at all. Double exploration plus some nice farm action. I think I want this, and then I think I want this, and then I want this to be here for some nice Tetris completion and to gain another area where we can put our farm. I think I'm gonna do it right here. Or we could do tax office farm on top. Let's do it like this. I will then put my rally point here to gather the 10 gold. 1, 2, 3 adjacent to at least 4 planes, so we need only one more plane up here to complete this. I don't think we're gonna get the tax office to work here, so I think I would just like to get more planes in here. We are gonna get another planes piece though, right? Am I right, guys? What did me and Robin do on our Sunday? Well, I'm so glad you asked. 15 minutes after I was previously talking about it, we made some music. We love making some experimental, potentially bad electronic music together. I feel like I'm cooking myself a bit here. Do I want to do this? I only need one more planes piece, and this is gonna fit in nicely, but I want to have more planes pieces here. I think I'm just not gonna focus on the the exploration bonuses too much. Well, I'm definitely not gonna do it because I'm fucking everything up. No, that feels too wrong to do, man. That feels too wrong to do. I don't know if this is correct, but it feels way better at least. And now we want to save this for a nice Tetris. And with Tetris, I mean just a double completion because I think that's everything that we are gonna be able to do. Yeah, I think so. Right? I do believe so. Because, yeah, just 2 rows and there's no way for us to complete more here, so it's okay to just do it first and then finally think about this final piece. What do we want to do with it? It literally does not matter in the slightest, so let's do it like this. Don't know if we played optimally there. It doesn't feel like it. Felt a bit rough. Turn the first forest piece of each round into a plane and gain 10 wood. Increase your max defense by plus 10. What is the upgrade for this? Can we see it or do we just click it and it's immediately added? I like it though. Alright, what's cooking over here? Good looking.
Little roasted vegetables never hurt anybody.
Trade resources. What if we upgrade this and gain 20 wood, but it's still just 1 forest piece? I was looking at transforming. I was way more interested in transforming my wood into plains more often, but that's not happening, it seems like. So we need some wood to upgrade our watchtowers. Or to upgrade a watchtower. I think we're gonna sell the tax office because we definitely won't be using it in our final boss fight. So we can sell this already. We're probably not gonna be using our... Well, we're probably gonna be using our wood clearer. And I want to keep enough grain to unlock another building slot. Can we do multiple? Or is it just one deal? Let's try it out. Ah, it's just one deal. We can't click on it again. Okay. The wall. Boss battle. I'm gonna keep my finger off the spacebar and I'm gonna keep Will Smith's wife name out of my goddamn mouth. We don't have enough grain in the slightest to upgrade our watchtowers anymore, so yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna try my best. I think I might be able to just survive, but let's see. I feel better prepared than last time at least. Oh, that is big actually, right? I think that is quite big. Let's go for a very unorthodox play, just like that and just like that. Let's start our forest on the side here, because I want the rally point to be not adjacent to fields. So I think I will drop it here, and I'll allow the wall to move up, is what I thought would happen. We're already cooking ourselves immensely. Do we want to do this and waste 2 spaces? Well, it's never going to work out better unless we find a long forest piece. So I think this is actually a-okay, but I think we're already fucking up big time. We can't do that because the wall will fall. We're going to have to lose even more here, I think. We can do that, but what are we going to fit underneath there then? Maybe this is the best approach, to be honest. Do not miss out any more pieces. And then let's pop our farm down here. No, I don't want to pop our farm down there. I think I'm okay with this, but I do desperately need this thing to move up, to be honest. Are we gonna just pop our other farm down here? I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Because now this plains piece is at least doing numbers. But we need our rally point to activate desperately if we want to have any opportunity at all at winning this fight or surviving this fight, I think. I think we are getting cooked a bit in the piece selection that this computer-generated order is providing us. We can't do anything else but this. I want my rally point to be in here, I think. And I think I want their wooden fortress to be here, if I'm not mistaken. That seems okay. Rally point here, right? Yeah, rally point here. It's not doing what I hoped it would do. This we definitely want over here, because we don't want to give them any more resources than they already have. Some nice exploration. Okay, this is going to do something for us at least. Yeah, I think this is okay. And then the square piece over here is actually going to fit in quite nicely. We get our bonus. Okay, I thought for a second I accidentally triggered the enemies building. Luckily I did not. Got a nice exploration in there. At least we're playing a lot better than last time we tried this boss fight. I can tell you that much. That I can tell you for sure. I think I don't mind the watchtower being right here. Boom. That's some nice collection. And I think I don't mind the wood clearer being like here. From each enemy group in range. Okay, I think I'm just gonna plop that down somewhere randomly. Do we want to do this? Yes. Because now I think I want to put this here. And I don't think it will influence any of my things. Will it influence the watchtower? No, right? So I think I'm absolutely fine with this position. Right. We can't do that. I almost pressed spacebar again accidentally. We can do this. And I guess then we just hope that the wall moves up, because otherwise we are cooked. Ooh. The wood clearer and the watchtower popping off. That was way better of a placement than I suspected it to be. I think we want to do this right now. And then now things are getting a bit spicy. This is not in range of the watchtower or any of my buildings. So I guess now all we need to focus on is not leaving spaces open. This only leaves 1 open, whereas putting it over here will leave open 2. We can't... Well, we can only put this here, and I don't think that's going to be the correct approach, because then we leave 2 open. This leaves 1 open, but puts us in a bit of a pickle afterwards, I think, because it's never going to move up enough. I'm scared. I think I'm going to leave it like this. Please move up. It did not, in fact, move up, so we have to do this now, wasting even more squares. It's just staying there, then. That's what we're doing right now. Okay, well, at least we can explore. How did we do? Yeah, this just happens. Oh, fuck you, you little pussy. I didn't realize this would all happen as well. That's a lot. That's a lot of garrison. And I'm not talking about the mister. I think like this, right? I think that is what we want. And then just hope that we survive, but I don't know if we have enough. Because this is our super effectiveness. And then these guys will hopefully perish because we're more effective. So then we will gain more archers that will be as effective as possible against the X's. This is definitely the right approach. I can't do it better. I couldn't have done that better. I think I did okay in combat this run, and I think we will actually survive. Let's fucking go. I told you I would conquer this game. I told you I would come back to it and show it and you in the process and myself who is the goddamn boss and who is the real gamer. Oh, yes. Thank you so much for believing in me. I didn't doubt myself for a second, except for every second I have been on this earth, because I have quite a strong internal critic, inner critic. Ha, nice. Nice, nice, nice. That is a victory in the books. That's a W. Does that unlock anything for us, or was that everything the demo has to offer? I think has to offer, rather. I think it is. Play 2 times. It's not like we can use the Republic now. No. Okay, so that's what we can do in a demo. Victory tastes sweeter than defeat. Oh yeah, victory. Do you see that, people? I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer boy. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Drop Duchy. Still available for free on Steam, the demo. And let's quickly see if we can see a release date on here somewhere. April 2025. A little bit of patience, but give the game designers a little bit of love as well, because it's quite a fun experience. Thank you so much. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.